there, YouTube. We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for y'all. I'm joined by the brother from another mother, the highwayman himself, TJ.
I still have chicken in my mouth.
So he's still the chicken king.
Sorry. I was finishing my chicken. We got so caught up in the last match that I didn't finish it, so now it's kind of cold, but it's fine.
But today's matchup, which are filmed over at Sully's Abode, which is the local card shop that we go to every Thursday for Digimon. We start about 6:30 p.m. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, feel free to swing on by and check the shop out, hang out with us. They're located in Bolingbrook, like I said, in the Promenade. And yeah, we'd love to have you. But the matchup today features a mirror of the Dinos. We've got Justin and TJ both piloting Dinomon. I know you've been having a lot of fun with Dino, which has been great to see. Dino is also just a really good card, you know, and I think the new Tyranno support finally makes the deck like viable. You know, the boy's been needing some support, and it's nice that it's actually getting some support now, which is really cool to see. But yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Check out our socials, which are linked in the video description, as well as the TCG player link for Sully's. We've also got instructions on how to become a member if you do want to continue supporting the channel and get some of our member exclusive perks, such as early access to deck profiles, early access to our new deck check series, which released earlier for the first time last Friday, and other things that we have cooking along the way that we'll be rolling out as the months pass by. So be on the lookout for it. Thank you all for tuning in, and without further ado, let's hop right into the round.
Yeah, I've come to realize that I actually think Dinomon is like 1.5.
Oh, the Godzilla sleeves. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the gift again.
Oh,
got the -1 sleeves on, and then the shin sleeves for the eggs. You know, the I legitimately think that Dinomon is 1.5. I think that the only deck it like hard loses to, yeah, the only deck I think it actually hard loses to is like V armors.
Sure.
Because of all the armor perch and protections. I think it can go toe to toe with like a lot of other decks. I think that Angels is probably a bit of a tougher matchup. But you have so much like Digivolve and pop and stuff like that that you can burn the security pretty quick.
Sure.
But anyway, so we start off pretty good here. I kind of just hard slammed an Uko and pushed up an Ago just to try to get some more search and cycle going on because I was kind of missing some middle steps. Justin had just sort of a pretty good start with seeing the BT14 Tyranno.
Yeah. Looks like you are debating the Uko swing, which we do end up doing. Hit an Agubond Ace, which is pretty good just to get out of there, and then you go Tyranno.
Yep, BT11 Tyranno to go ahead and on Evo drop a Ryutaro.
Sure.
I thought about keeping the Uko on board, but I was like, you know what? He's probably gonna just get cleared. I know how much free clear this deck has for small bodies, so it doesn't make sense to leave him.
Right. All right, so we see Justin going to a Tyranno X after moving up. Tyranno X is such a good card too.
It is. It's very, very strong. He also has the start of main phase effect from the BT14 Tyranno, so all of his costs are reduced by 1 right now as long as he goes into Tyranno Mono Name or Dinosaur trait. Justin's just debating how he wants to do this. I think he was missing some top end. He doesn't have a Ryutaro on board.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to decide how he wants to try and deal with everything. And I also have Retail on my stack, so like he has to be careful because he can't just swing into me.
Right. That Agu with Retail also is I like that pick too, you know.
It comes up so much. Yeah. It's so nice.
Especially with how much access you have, like you said, to raid and stuff. Like that actually can come up pretty big.
Like I had now he swings at security here. Does pop me. He is 10k for a check. Hits a Tyranno X. He lives. Draws a card off Koro. Yeah, because you force your opponent to swing into suspended Digimon while Dinomon's suspended, having Retail on the stack is just such a nice like extra like, yeah, go ahead. Sure, you can swing over me, but you're gonna just die anyways unless you have some sort of protection. So
right.
At this point, I think I had a good chunk of the line. I mean, I gained the +3k until end of Justin's turn off of the Evo. What's up? What were you gonna say?
No, I said I'm curious to see, like, I think we talked about it in the last Dinomon video where the mirror is sort of like if you can get into Dino first, and it's just like a game of what we just see here, right? Like fortitude, like who can ping pong and like end up out on top.
Yeah. And at the moment, I'm actually 10k, so I was able to swing over him. He didn't have any DP boosts. He was just 8. I get plus 3k off of evoing into Tyranno and plus 2k off the inheritables, so I'm just 10k level 4.
That's crazy.
So I swung, he fortitude, and played it back out. Thought he could pop me, and I was like, no, I'm actually 10. He's like, oh, shoot. So he opts to not leave himself suspended.
Scramble, going to Metal Tyranno, which is pretty good.
Yeah, put him to 2. He'll gain a memory off of Ryutaro, which we do catch in a minute. And then I'm a 10k boy. Big chillin'.
Yeah, I mean, I think Metal Tyranno is also a really, really good card. Being able to de-digivolve, have Inheritable to trash security on top of all the, like, aggression that you have access to with, like, check +1. Master Tyranno itself, right, gives check +1. You've got Dino, which is inherently check +1. I think your build is running the starter deck tie. That also gives you check +1. So it's just, like, all the aggression, but also what I think sometimes Red will lack in terms of like ways to deal with boards and like a little bit of control. Oh, speaking of starter deck tie, or not starter deck tie, BT1 tie.
BT1 tie, yeah. So Justin just drops that. I'm too big for him to swing over. He can't really swing over. It looks like he's missing top end, from what I could tell. So
sure.
I get memory off for Ryutaro. At this point, just trying to decide what I want to do. I do have Ryutaro, so I could swing. I do go ahead and do it. I evo into the Dinomon. I suspend and pop that guy off of the swing, and then I go ahead and
trash
do 2 checks.
2 checks and trash, right?
No, I don't trash. I have to leave by battle. For that boy, I think at least.
Yeah. You're right. So Justin goes into his own Tyranno off of the starter deck Gil. And yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's just like you have game in theory next turn if you can't do anything.
Now, Justin technically is in the better spot right now because he can evo up into Dino, pop me. My Dino plays out, pops him. His Dino plays out, pops me. So he wins out the trade. Like, this is the sort of, because I've played the mirror match before. I've played these games before. And I have realized that pretty much like you don't mind letting them get their early aggression. You like
that's another.
You let them go first. It's fine, because you can just like you can just very easily just clap back pretty hard,
right?
And often take control of the game.
It's a good play though to go into Metal Tyranno. We de-digivolve the Dino by 1. You swing over your boy, just board clear here, and now I think Justin can do some things.
Yeah, and unfortunately he was missing a Dinomon. It looks like he thought he was gonna be able to go up into another body, and then it was like, oh wait, I actually can't do that. So at this point, he was just trying to decide what he wanted to do.
Sure. I mean, he's in a pretty decent spot. I mean, yes, he's got 1 security to your 4, but I mean, he's got the lineup. If he can just give you as little memory as possible, I think that's probably his best bet. Granted, there's also a very real possibility too, right, that the Metal Tyranno, if you can climb up enough, goes away. But okay, well, he does have a Dino. Goes into Dino.
Yeah, he does have a Dino now. I don't know. So he must have had it before. I don't know why he didn't evo into Dino. I don't know. Maybe Justin thinks you can only do it once per, like, swing, but he could have done it.
Sure.
So I don't think he drew anything extra off deleting me. He hasn't drawn anything else. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I do go ahead. I opt to scramble here. Just deciding what I want to put on top. I think I was missing a Dinomon. Yeah, so I do put a Dinomon on top there. I had none in hand. I play the Agu out off the scramble. I do hit a second Dinomon.
Pretty good.
Or Ryutaro, rather. Sorry.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
go ahead and push up the Agu. Now you've got the 2 bodies out on board. You gain 1 memory off of Ryutaro. Go into a Tyranno here for 3.
Yep.
which lets you play out
Dropping
another
Ryutaro.
boy. I'm going to Tyranno X. Here you're getting a little bit crazy with it.
And I'm realizing now I actually probably could have saved the Tyranno X for another stack if I wanted to, since I have 2 Ryutaro out. Because the Agumon can't swing this turn anyway, so I'm realizing I could have just kept it and then just swung Evo and then just Evo'd off the Ryutaro effects. I do go ahead and swing Evo into Metal Tyranno. Can't Digivolve it. I just go ahead and then Evo again up into my Dinomon. I do pop him, which he plays back out. On play, he can choose to suspend something. He suspends himself, pops me. I then Fortitude, suspend, pop him.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it works out. And then there's no more checks. There's no checks to go through or anything like that. And we're kind of just stuck there.
Right.
I do pass over a lot of memory.
Sure.
With the play because I couldn't because I kind of just had to like go fast. But
I mean, it's still not bad. Still not bad. I mean, Justin can do things here. I mean, he's definitely got a lot of, like you said, he's got the resources to do it if he has the right pieces.
I think the best thing he could do right now, genuinely, hard drop a Dino.
I was about to say he could also just slam that boy down.
Like if he just hard drops a Dinomon, or even just like, he doesn't have memory to drop something bigger. But yeah, if he just hard dropped a Dinomon, suspended it, and or just suspended the Agu and then pop the Agu. It's hard. He has to suspend himself and then pop my Dino. Then the Agu could potentially do something. If I see everything, so it's a little bit of a tough spot still, but it's something.
Yeah, because you don't have anything in raising, don't have a scramble out or anything like that. So I mean, I think that wouldn't be a terrible play. I mean, with the Ryutaros, correct me if I'm wrong, he could also just slam down a rookie and build his way up potentially.
He has to swing off Ryutaro. You can't you don't just reduce costs.
Gotcha.
Ryutaro only reduces costs when you're like
when you're swinging. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we hard drop a Tyranno, and we scramble for 2 into a Master Tyranno. Go ahead and
suspend himself, pop the Agu. My Dino stays on board. So able to hatch. I gain some memory here.
Yeah. So you go into another Agu.
And I think I was trying to find an X antibody.
There it is.
Which I do. Yeah, I do swing. And I thought about controlling the master, but I was like, I'll just get the damage. Just put him at 0 security so that I can like guarantee game after I clear any sort of like Dinomon stuff.
Sure.
And I know that Master Tyranno has Fortitude, so I can't really do much about it.
Right, because he's just gonna pop right back out.
Right, exactly. I was thinking about just dropping a Metal Tyranno, I think, to de-digivolve him. I think that was one of the thoughts I had, but I was like, I don't want to pass him over 6. Because he's going to kill the Ryutaro.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could just drop a rookie or something, right? And just like pass turn, call it a day. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, which is what I ended up doing. Because I also was like, I think I had a means of potentially clearing the Master Tyranno, but I didn't want to give him extra, like, search off of like anything with a scramble too.
Sure.
So I'm suspended. My Fortitude's live, so I felt pretty confident about that. I have a Tyranno ready to go in the back that will start main phase, be a 10k guy thanks to the Inheritable and his DP boost.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're in a very, very good spot here.
Yeah. I have just a little Agumon on board, which is just an annoying fella.
A little chunky fella, if you will.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, one thing that Justin could do would be to, like, he could Evo into Dino, right? Maybe pop the Agu.
He can do that, but he has to suspend himself.
Right.
Or he doesn't have to, sorry. He could choose to suspend himself. Ideally, you Evo into the Dinomon here. Suspend the Agu, pop the Agu, and then just swing over.
I was gonna say, yeah. Either
swing over. You can't even swing over.
over.
You're not big enough. He doesn't have enough DP. He'd just meet me.
Sure. Then I'd say you just go for security, right? I'm not sure if you guys
Yeah.
are running ace threats, if that's something you guys have to play around. I mean, we saw Justin
I do.
bottom deck or get rid of a Agubon ace via a search, which makes total sense with the tamers and being able to trash security, DP climb and pop bodies. So, I mean, you definitely do have to worry about that, but
Yeah, he thought he could swing at security and then realized no Dinomon. I have to swing at the Dinomon. I'm just like, come on, Justin, you're playing the same deck. You should know this. Right now we're just clarifying.
yeah, because
things.
how would that work,
Sure,
right?
too.
You go into Dino, you swing into each other. Now,
I mean,
how does
it's the
like
same
how would
thing.
the play out work? Like, who gets to play out what first? Because you're both dead.
Like for fortitude?
Yeah,
So because he was wondering what would happen if we crashed.
right.
Basically, if we crash because he's turn player,
He has to
his
play out
fortitude
stuff
procs first.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's tough.
So our fortitudes both activate, but he goes first because turn player priority.
Right.
Then his on play activates because turn play priority. Yes, because the newest effect in, so it has to go.
Right.
Last effect in, first out, whatever, yada yada. So that has to happen, and then my fortitude
It's
activates,
like one
and
of
I
the
play my guy
few
out.
times that turn player priority actually is like not ideal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, and the other thing would be
This is Jarrell actually explaining it to us right now.
because even if you like go Dino and then like Evo into like, for example, right, an Agubond ace here. So we see the Dino play. You go
Yeah.
Agubond ace and you pop your guy. I mean, that's still the same problem. And now you've lost fortitude,
Right.
which is tough. So
he's deciding if he wants to suspend himself.
yeah, you suspend the Agu. I think that just makes more
Yeah.
sense. But the problem now is that there's no other way to suspend your Dino.
Yeah.
Right? I almost would have said, let me just suspend. Oh,
He does do this. So he
Sure.
drops a Metal Tyranno, which digivolves me down into the X antibody, and then it just stops existing. And then end of turn, thanks to the BT14 Tyranno, he swings 3 checks, and he's big chilling.
sure. Why is he swinging 3 check? Oh, because master. Sure.
Master, yeah. He just doesn't have enough sources for the tie. Otherwise, he would have had that last check as well.
All right, so you're working with 10 memory here.
Yep, I gain 3 memory off the Ryutaros. I do get plus 3 KDP off start of main phase. I go into Tyranno X here, and I'm just deciding how I want to do things. I am a little bit worried about the ace threat as well.
Right.
Because the other Tyranno mirror I played was against a green base that was running Grand Quagga Ace,
Interesting.
which makes sense. So
Yeah.
I just go Metal Tyranno. I should be suspended here, actually. This is a misplay. So realizing now, I do need to be suspended here to actually do what I just did. So that's my fault. I think I was fine regardless. I had plenty of memory to clear the whole board, and I think I had game next turn. But yeah, I have to be suspended to de-digivolve something.
Yeah.
But I had everything I needed to just completely kind of clear board, and I had more than enough memory to do it too. But yeah, that is my fault. That is my bad. I did not realize that in the moment.
It's
I
okay.
am dummy.
It's all good. But yeah, no, I mean, this is an interesting matchup. Like, it's definitely one of those, like you said, where it's like you kind of have to, like, you want to be aggressive because it's a red deck, right? And it's Tyranno. You kind of want to go Unga Boonga to a degree. But you
Right.
also do have to catch yourself and be like, like, if some of these effects kind of proc off and work against me, then I'm also, like, putting myself in a pretty bad spot. So it's nice to see, like, you guys kind of think through, like, and like time your aggression / sequence out your stuff.
Yeah.
I think this is definitely a good example of how like Tyranno functions and how you kind of pilot the deck.
There's a lot of like little nuanced stuff with it.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for Justin now that I mean, like I said, I think I still could have cleared board and been okay. He did have a scramble.
Sure.
Might have been able to kind of come back a little bit. I don't know exactly what he had in hand, but oh, well,
right.
It is what it is. We move forward.
We move forward. We move on to game 2. You start off with a Tyranno in the back, and Justin also mirrors that sentiment with his own Tyranno in the back. You search with the little chunky chunk, pick up a Master Tyranno.
Yeah, I was just trying to set up to go as fast as possible.
Sure. And then Justin just goes into Master Tyranno in the back, chokes you to 1. You go Tyranno here, choke to 1 again. Playing a little bounce and forth game.
Yeah. At this point, I kind of realized I'm like, I can actually push a lot of aggression with the stack that I have up front. And just keep the stack in the back ready to go to kind of punish.
Sure. Just force him to like make that decision to deal with it or not.
Yeah. Justin does push up.
We'll go ahead and swing here. He is a big boy.
Yeah,
Draw
he's
for the
12K.
Koro. Then, what are we gonna do now? We do Dino. Just clear the board. Granted, you do... Okay, so we do Gauss. Fair enough.
Yeah, so we drop the Gaussman. We're big chilling. Deciding what I want to do. I do go Tyranno X here. I do swing. I think I raid into the Gaussman, if I remember correctly. Oh no, I just swing at the stack and then I just, on Evo, Master Tyranno, suspend the Gaussman, pop it. He does Fortitude back out. And then I hit a Tyranno out of security and I'm just like, well, that's unfortunate.
Oh no.
That's unfortunate. I am a big guy. I did have my start of main phase activate at least, so I am like 11K. So Justin doesn't really have the DP to climb over me right now, which is good for me.
Sure. Now,
Unless
he could go
also
Dino here and just pop you, right?
Yeah.
You would have Fortitude,
I would Fortitude.
however.
Yeah.
And that's where the tricky... Ooh, Medieval Gallant. The pretty one, too.
Which he can Evo. And then I believe...
Suspend one body on Evo.
Yeah, if you'd like to. He doesn't have to, but he just pops me. So he doesn't need to suspend anything. There's no need to because I'm already suspended, so...
So you would get the 11K total pop since it's 8 plus the 3.
Yep.
And
then
you
Fortitude
will
would activate.
Fortitude.
Me
Suspend,
back out.
I'm assuming, to...
So... Here's the thing, because he's turn player priority still, his all turns, I believe, activates first before I do anything. Because basically,
yeah, that's right. Yep.
Fortitude activates, and then my on play and his all turns activates, and so his all turns just suspends me and then pops me. Yeah.
That's why Medieval Gallant's a good card.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very, very good for that. So I just do unfortunately lose the stack.
Now you do have to be careful here because if you push up and it just sort of is like a lingering body, Justin could just remove it.
Yeah. Medieval Gallant does put me in a bit of a predicament because it basically says that my Fortitude does not matter most of the time.
I almost feel like you're safe to stay in the back, right? Like you could even just Evo in the back and wait for the right time.
Yes and no. My fear was like he has the Gaussman there. That Medieval Gallant can swing with Alliance. I know how much damage Tyranno can do.
Right.
So like, I do just have to choke the 1 and stay in the back and just hope that like I don't get, like I think I was kind of hoping for a Ryutaro to come out of security. He does swing 2 checks.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry, 3 checks because of the Master Tyranno. Yeah. Because I forgot about the Master Tyranno Inheritable.
That's pretty good. And then what do we do here? We drop our own Garnet Memory Boost. And, I mean, you pick up, I believe it was... Look like a Tyranno, maybe?
I looked away. I'll keep it a stack.
All right, so here you don't really have a choice. You have to push up. So you go ahead, crack the boost, go to 4. I'm assuming you try to climb the line as best you can here. You go into Master, probably, maybe. Suspend, pop something.
Yeah, I'm just deciding how I want to clear things. I do go into Master.
Pop an AK or less. So we'll suspend the Gauss.
Suspend the Gauss, and then pop it. Or no, sorry, I have to be suspended to pop something.
Sure, so you suspend Master to pop
which I think
the
I
Tyranno. We'll go into Dino. Dino effect will pop the Medieval.
Yeah, we choose not to suspend the Gaussman. So that way I can just pop the Medieval and call it a day.
And now anything that swings has to go through Dino first. Granted, Justin does have the boost and 3 memory to work with, so he could potentially climb up, but I do feel like you're in a pretty good spot here.
Yeah. Justin just sort of think about what he wants to do. Just drop another garnet memory boost. Puts it back over to me.
All right.
So at this point, just deciding what I want to do. I believe we're in turns at this point, by the way. I think this was turn 2.
Sure.
So I swing 3 checks. Live, big guy, suspended. Enjoying my best life. The way I saw it, I was like, I either like, cause I think I had anybody in hand, so I'm like, I can swing. If I am like, if I die to like something in there randomly, then I can just play back out, pop the Gaussmon, that's fine, and then I just tuck anybody, so I still have the threat of being able to pop something again.
I mean, like here, you just choke to 1 or choke as best you can. Granted,
so my issue here is I didn't have a 4.
Oh no.
So I was like, okay, whatever I do, the lowest I can pass him is 2, so he's gonna go to 6 memory. So I have to be really cautious because like there's a world where he
easy, just drop a shaman, man. Done.
The good thing is that any attacks he initiates, he has to swing a Dinomon.
Right.
Which is huge for me.
And even if he does swing over him, you have fortitude and you can just pop the other body.
Right. Yeah. I dropped the Ryutaro just to kind of force it, like be like, okay, if you're gonna like pop something, you have to clear this guy, so fortitude has to proc.
Sure.
So I didn't want to like put a lower body on there, and then the body just like gets suspended, and they delete that instead, and then just like swing like at me and yada yada.
Right. So we do go into the Metal Tyranno. We de-digivolve the Dino here.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
By suspending his boy. He is able to swing with the Gaussmon. Unfortunately, he's missing a swing. We're just double checking, but he yeah, he swings with the Gauss. It does die into the security battle to the Tyranno X.
If you have another medieval here, you go, okay, we go Dino and just pop the stack. You have fortitude.
Yeah, so I play back out. I have not to suspend myself, and then that's just goes to turns there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's how it ends. I do have another I have another Dinomon in hand.
Sure.
And I think did I have a rookie in the back? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So I was kind of big chilling. But yeah, it's just tough. Just kind of how it all sort of like it's such like a back and forth. I do feel bad about about forgetting to suspend the thing, but
no, I mean I thought that was a really good match. I think you guys had a lot of good back and forth, a lot of good interactions that I mean is definitely important for people who want to learn or kind of see how to play Dino, right? Or see how it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a really good match. It was a good one. Was that a draw or did you like how did that resolve?
It was a draw for the game 2, and then I took game 1. So.
Oh right.
I ended up getting it there.
Okay, fair enough. Well, let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully, we catch you on the next video. Bye bye.